When a fork presses into a properly prepared black cod fillet, it breaks through a caramelized crust and separates into rich, steaming flakes. That texture is the trademark of chef Nobu Matsuhisa, whose miso-glazed black cod remains a standard in luxury dining rooms globally. Replicating this experience in your own kitchen requires only a single piece of fish and 4 standard pantry staples. You need 2.5 pounds of black cod, 3 tablespoons of sake, 3 tablespoons of mirin, half a cup of white miso, and 1/3 of a cup of sugar. Achieving the restaurant-quality texture depends on 4 days of chemical patience. Step 1 is building the liquid foundation for the marinade on the stovetop. Combine your 3 tablespoons of sake and 3 tablespoons of mirin in a pot over medium-high heat. Bring this mixture to a rapid boil to evaporate the raw alcohol content from the rice wines. Keep boiling until the liquid reduces, leaving approximately 4 tablespoons in the pot. This concentration is necessary to provide sweetness and umami without a harsh, astringent aftertaste from the alcohol. Once the liquid has reduced, immediately lower your stove to medium heat to protect the next ingredients. Fold the half cup of white miso and 1/3 of a cup of sugar directly into the hot liquids. The sugar and miso will scorch if they are not stirred constantly for the next 2 to 3 minutes. Continue stirring until the mixture combines into a thick, glossy, golden brown emulsion. Remove the pan from the heat and allow the marinade to cool to room temperature. Cooling the marinade completely is a safety step for the fish. Applying hot liquid to raw cod would cause the exterior proteins to seize. While the glaze cools, take the 2.5 pounds of skinless black cod and pat the fillets dry with paper towels to remove all surface moisture. Use a brush to heavily paint every exposed surface of the raw fish with the cooled miso glaze. Cover the coated fish and place it in the refrigerator for exactly 4 days. This diagram illustrates the biology of the cure. The high salt and sugar content in the miso paste extracts excess water from the raw fish. As moisture leaves the tissue, the muscle fibers compress, resulting in a denser, firmer state. Skipping this waiting period prevents the chemical transformation, leaving you with a standard fish texture rather than the signature buttery density. On day 4, preheat your broiler with the oven rack positioned as close to the heating element as possible. Before cooking, gently wipe the excess marinade off the cured fillets. Use a paper towel to leave only a thin, translucent layer of glaze on the flesh. Excess sugar on the surface will incinerate under the broiler, turning acrid before the fish can properly caramelize. Place the fillets on a parchment-lined baking sheet and broil for 10 to 15 minutes. Look for a blistering surface and a mahogany crust. Close proximity heat is required to quickly develop this sweet crust before the fatty interior overcooks. Pull the fish from the oven once the charred edges begin to glisten. Balance the rich umami flavor with a side of pickled ginger or a bed of steaming white rice. A final garnish of toasted sesame seeds adds a nutty aroma and a slight physical crunch. The final experience relies on the contrast between the sticky, savory crust and the tender, snow-white flakes underneath. Replicating this iconic dish relies on the discipline to let time and chemistry do the heavy lifting.